So I was gonna ask you. So okay, well, basically, tech support didn't work at the ETH Denver on-site Metacostal meetup. Alex and James Wong and Callum valiantly try to get it working, right? But so we're here now. Just two people on both on the other side of the world, in a Zoom chat, as it should be, right? As it's very fitting. And I guess I was going to ask before we started chatting in the room whether we could, not record it and perhaps, do some edge solicitation. But, I guess this is a permanent video now, so we can't really do any of that. Honorary lawyer degree here, right? But basically, we're releasing the Grimoire, right? And I guess, for people who don't know what a Grimoire is, do you want to actually explain what that is?
Yeah, Grimoire is essentially a book of spells. For example, King Solomon is said to have had a grimoire that enabled him to summon and control various demons. And he actually is said to have written a whole book that catalogs each type of demon, and he would use the spells in the grimoire
Nice.
to do it. And for us, it's kind of a cool name for an agreement, right? It's a book containing our spells, our pact, as it were, with the devil of Moloch.
Right.
And that was the idea.
Nice. I guess what did you kind of like learn from working on this, right? It's been a long kind of like nearly 3 months now,
Yes.
And we're finally here.
I learned one of the things I learned a little bit about is how a developer like Amin approaches a project like this, right? Which was very interesting to me. I can sort of read code, but I'm not a coder
Right.
per se. And so to see the different iterations, right, as certain people would identify potential attacks, and then we would need to discuss those and make changes to both the code and the agreement and kind of collaborate both on the law side and the tech side. That was really cool for me and very educational for me. The other thing that I would say I kind of stumbled upon is that although I've thought a lot about how do you combine kind of like a natural language contract, like an LLC agreement, which essentially is what the Grimoire is, with a smart contract, which is some code sitting on a blockchain. I never had to tackle it on anything like this scale before, and really think about the consequences to people. And as I did that, I kind of stumbled on a technique where I really felt like the best way to you have to imagine a judge, like a Delaware judge, because it's a Delaware LLC, who encounters some situation about this for the first time and needs to make sense of it all, right? And may not understand smart contracts very well and so on. So the technique I stumbled upon is to actually say in the agreement that, hey, if the information about a member must be recorded in the member struct of the designated governance smart contract on the designated blockchain. And if you want to make a proposal, you should call the proposal function on the designated smart contract with the proposal struct properly configured, that sort of thing. And I really like that technique because I the other in the past, I think people either just said, "Oh, we have an agreement not to have an agreement," and just defer to the code, or people had an agreement but they said the company will be governed by the code. What does that mean? How would a judge make sense of what that means? How does he know what the difference between what's supposed to happen and what's not supposed to happen? And given that it's a company and not every single aspect of it can be on chain, how is he or she supposed to tell which category a given issue falls in? So I try to sort of do what Amin calls pre-compiling the code into legalese, or as like a backup compiler, I think he calls it. And that may be a technique that other people would like to consider.
Yeah, I guess, if someone is going through the Grimoire, right, what do you think they should kind of look out for?
They should, obviously, if they're thinking about joining the Metacartel Ventures, right, it's a company, they'll be a member in that company. They should think about what their rights will be and won't be, right?
Right.
There are some ways in which it differs from, I don't even know if I really want to say a typical LLC, because many LLCs do dramatically limit people's duties and liabilities, but it's very on the side of every man for himself. Everyone participates. No one relies on anyone else. Anyone can rage quit at any time if they don't like what's happening. That's their remedy, not lawsuits or trying to force the rest of the economic majority to do something else, etc. And so people just need to understand that there are no representatives. There's no fiduciary duty. The positive side of that is you're not paying like a management fee,
Yeah.
to someone, right? Like you would be in a traditional venture capital fund or something like that. So it has good aspects and bad aspects. There's no insurance, right? Because, oh, sorry.
A hound.
My dog really likes insurance. 1 second.
Not sure if that's a good thing.
You can leave it out here.
By the way, I might actually send this video to Alex, and they might play it.
That's fun.
Like in 20 minutes ahead, which is hilarious. So,
Right,
hello, hi from the future or the past, whatever that is.
That's right.
But go on.
And meet my dog if that was still in there. So, yeah, can't probably this company can't get insurance, for example, right? Because
Right.
it's so novel, and it doesn't really need it. Arguably, because there are no people. A lot of times get insurance to like protect themselves against claims for breaches of fiduciary duties. There are no fiduciary duties.
Right.
So things of this nature. We will update the white paper to give quite a strong summary of how the agreement works, and there also are risk factors in the back. We'll probably throw them in the white paper as well, and I highly recommend people read those.
Cool. Do you want to share your screen right now and just, I guess, virtually post it up?
Post it up on GitHub?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oof. Okay. I could probably do this. Let me see here. Well, give me 1 second.
Cool. No worries.
I'm gonna post the PDF. We'll post the
Yep.
we'll do like a markdown version later.
Yeah, I can do it.
Cool.
Yeah, I forgot how to use Git like a month ago, and I was just like, I mean, please, can you just like do it for me? It's like it's really shameful.
With something like this, it's really not very hard. So we've got MCV, right? Metacartel MCV. All right, so I can share my screen now. So
awesome.
Cool. I should probably wait before I do that. Just one thing. We'll just put it in a clean folder. Cool. All right, so now I shall share.
Awesome.
Cool. So here's our GitHub. This is not for the code. This is just for MCV. I don't know. Will the code be on here at some point, or that?
We'll probably do it. Yeah, we'll probably pull it up here.
Cool. So yes, and I can create a new file. Hopefully, I'm logged in. No, I want to upload that file.
If you basically gotta
oh, here it is.
Yeah, there you
upload. So I usually just do this from the command line.
That's fair.
That way, I say that it makes me sound
I haven't I haven't like edited anything from like a real text editor in a while.
So I'm saying it's a draft of the Metacartel Grimoire of the Sacred and Inviolable Pact. Metacartel, I'll just say Pact MCV verse. All right, there we go.
All right, this is it.
Yeah, a lot of work.
I would high five you.
Virtual high five. We need to do like the Top Gun high five next time we meet in person.
Yeah, I haven't watched Top Gun. Sorry.
Oh God, you youngins.
Yeah, but any I guess final words before I guess we got to keep this video short for
Right.
the meeting.
Yeah. Let me know if you have questions or thoughts about any of this. Anyone, feel free to do so. Feel free to either interact through GitHub or through Telegram or what have you, or on Twitter. And I hope other people also experiment with these things. Right. This probably
Yeah.
isn't the final word. It's just kind of
No.
a step.
Yeah, no, definitely. And if anyone's interested in, building DAOs, et cetera, or experimenting with this, like hit us up. We want to help. We want to see more of this happen, right? So I guess if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Thank
Right
you.
on.